Okay, here we go. It all started with the arm. I wanted to build a steampunk bionic arm, and it took about a year to design it, and then 4 months in fabrication. The hand is a mechanic's glove. These little pieces are plumber's putty that I shaped and then adhered to the fabric with super glue. And there's the gauntlet. Found this tube at like an aquarium shop and was like, oh, that's pretty cool, right? And here's I like the skulls. Skulls I actually had molded years ago. They're these brass pieces I had had on my first suit of armor, and they always sort of just float around in my collection of parts. And they kind of ended up on this. This is that's the LED control box. It's meant for a car. So the whole system is run on 12 volts. It's 12 volt rechargeable battery packs. These are actually I got from a lamp part store online, mylampparts.com. The ping pong balls, and then the charging port. Now with this system running on 12 volts, I plan to design a undermount Gatling gun that'll stretch this far using a rotary solenoid that runs on 12 volts, and it'll have its own power. So I'll tie the Gatling gun into the battery pack system, and it'll have lights and a moving Gatling gun mounted under it. Here's my masks. This was the first mask. I made that in about a day. Don't be scared of trying to tool leather. Once you learn how to do it, it is so easy. This is not as hard as it looks to do. And you can screw up and it still just looks amazing. Like, look, I'm not happy with that gear or something, but whatever. It's good. I like it. Then I made this mask. This was the final mask. This one was kind of like a prototype. Can I do it? This is what I ended up making. And then you hit the lights. There's a tiny switch on the side. And it lights. So, and this is all just those cells. Radio Shack, kids. Don't be scared of it. You gotta learn somewhere, and you gotta try. You gotta try, and you gotta teach yourself, and you gotta learn. Because part of steampunk is being able to go out into the world and wear things that you crafted. Now see, the lights were on the arm were meant for a car. So when I got it, it had a key fob that controlled all the light functions. And I didn't just want to be like, oh, cool key fob. So I decided to make what I call the control gauntlet. And this is when I first was like, hey, can I tool leather? Let me see about learning that. So this is actually my first leather tooling project, was this, ever. And it was fun. It was really fun. Anyway, so I mapped this. I put this on here, took apart the circuit board, which is something I had to learn how to do. Took apart the circuit board, re-soldered in these momentary switches that are activated like your fingers in it, pushing them. And then, if you see, it lights up. I remapped the light on the switch. And what this does is I can control the light functions of this arm with this from the other arm remotely. That wasn't hard to do. You just got to teach yourself things. Okay, anyway, so then I made this tooled thing, and I was like, okay, well, on my jacket now, I guess I want that whole side to just be heavily tooled. And I always wanted to try to do a Cthulhu piece. Now, technically, this isn't that great of a Cthulhu because it's more just like a squid with gears. But I decided to make a spalder for the top side of the jacket. So here's the spalder, and it's a squid with gears. I designed it in Photoshop, which is another program I had to learn how to use. And then the bottom plate of it is gear, and this is all leather. So now I got this collection of leather patterns. So if anybody wants one of these patterns, let me know. except for the masks. Can't do the masks because I actually bought that pattern from a guy, so I'm not doing masks. But if you want to learn how to make one of these bracers with the finger things, I mean, you could hook up all sorts of stuff to this. Yeah, shoulder plate. Blah 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 blah. So my boots are coming in, and I'll give you guys an end shot of what the final product looks like. See ya.